Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Farlands or Bust. We are back. There are sheep. There is Wolfie. There are not creepers, at least in the immediate vicinity, so we are safe. Let's patch up the doorway here and grab Wolfie. Woof, indeed. I heard you the first time. And let's continue. Ooh, that's east. This is west. Continue west in Farlands or Bust, episode 284 on today, Monday, August 19th. Walking to the Farlands and raising money for Child's Play charity along the way. We are at, we are at $42,000. Let me try that again. I don't know how to talk words and numbers, perhaps, is the more specific things I don't know how to talk. But for actually $42,168 is where we're at. 42% of our way to our $100,000 goal this season. Things are really picking up, and I've got you guys to thanks for that. I will thanks you. Thanks you very much. Indeed. Raising money for Child's Play charity. They get toys, books, and games to kids in hospitals around the world. Woof. Woof indeed. And you guys keep supporting that over at farlandsorbust.com. That's where you can donate using the widget on the homepage there, the official Child's Play charity donation widget. I really wish I could, put that on my YouTube page. I mean, I put a link to Farlands or Bust on my YouTube page, but you can't, embed the plugin for, the donation widget. That would be very nice. And especially now, since they removed our abilities to really customize the YouTube channel, much beyond the simple headers that they have, I really can't, do much, about that. So that stinks. So just remember, farlandsorbust.com is the place. It's right there on the home page, up on top, very visible, hopefully, to donate to Child's Play charity. I do appreciate it, keeping us going, and we'll definitely be at 50% coming up here soon at the rate we're raising money, and also, we have a few incentives. Paul Pyro of the Mindcrack crew said if we get to, hey, Wolfie, you hungry? Yes. If we get to 75%, he will wear his dinosaur costume to Minecon. That would be interesting, and other things like that. So, yeah, just keep giving. Child's Play charity over at farlandsorbust.com. I do appreciate it. It's a little bit, a little bit later in the day that I'm recording this. So hopefully I'm able to get it up on time, but like I said, it's Monday. I was out and about, and just about every time I leave the house, which is quite rarely, by design, I tend to make sure I get my awkward Kurt moment in, and I certainly did today. I had an appointment, an eye appointment for my contact lenses. I realized that going on some trips. First of all, PAX Prime at the end of this month, a couple weeks, and I don't have any spare contacts. I'm on my last set of contact lenses. I do not own glasses, so contacts are my primary source of proper vision. So I needed to get more contacts, so I made an appointment, and I did the old optical checkup, or whatever the heck it's called, at the eye place and a new place. So, got to do the whole never met this person before, blah, blah, blah. And here is where awkward Kurt made his appearance. Ooh, that's weird. The doctor, blah, 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 looking in your eye, whatever. And, I mentioned they always ask, do you work on a computer a lot? And I'm like, only all the time. I didn't say that, but I'm like, yeah, I work on a computer a lot. And, the typical, what do you do question the new person you meet asks. And I guess I still don't have a proper script on to explain what I do on YouTube here for a living, making YouTube videos, Farlands or Bust, doing gameplay videos and stuff. So this was my reply. I said, I make videos on the internet. And then my brain instantly was like, what are you doing, you idiots? I know exactly what that could be interpreted as. So I tried to sneakily recover and say, like, and I'm like, I make videos on the internet, on like YouTube and stuff. But no, I'm sure it was already too late. For now, this guy thinks that I am involved in the pornography industry on the internet. Oh, way to go, Kurt. There were no follow-up questions beyond that, I should mention, but oh man, yeah, I've got to come up with a better. It's difficult because I'm not an unfriendly person, but I would, if I can avoid conversation, I will do so. And if I say I make Let's Plays on YouTube, then I will have to get into, a long conversation about what the heck a Let's Play is, and how I record videos, and why on earth people decide to watch them, which I'm very thankful that you do. But, you know, that requires a long explanation. I've previously mentioned, I've said that I've just gone back to my default and said that I do web design, but then that sparked off another conversation about, oh, I have a cousin who has this company and they need a website. I'm like, no, shh, I don't, no, I'm gonna run away now. So, I don't know, I've got to come up with a little bit more of a tactful way of explaining, because a lot of people still, yeah, I still need some coal here, so careful, Wolfie! Let me grab some really quick. It's easily accessible. So people, did I just punch you? I apologize. You should stop getting in my way. Alright, that's good. I don't like how Wolfie keeps falling and twisting his ankle. Wolfie, come over here. Now I'm gonna kind of wish that I went back and killed those pigs that were back there. Oh my gosh, what on earth were you doing? So yeah, I don't know. I've got to come up with just like a quick and simple, you know, some people, I do this, I'm a teacher, or I'm a fireman. You know, it's a very simple question to answer, but sometimes, in at least my situation, it takes a little bit more explanation. When people don't quite, it's hard to explain how, in fact, this could be a job. It's like a whale tail. Whale tail! So I don't know. Anyway, gosh, what is wrong? You're gonna be a handful today, aren't you? Let's find some pigs. So yeah, that happens. So enjoy that little tidbit of a story. I don't think anything else really happened. No, I went grocery shopping and somebody started up a conversation with me at the peppers. I was searching for red, and I also needed some other colored peppers, like yellow and orange. I do them, I chop them up in my stir fry, but I was grabbing the red ones, and then somebody came up and was going for the orange ones, and I don't know what the heck they started talking about. What did they, oh yeah, they were like, my kids always want the yellow and the orange ones, but I don't, they all taste the same. And I'm like, yeah, and you're just grabbing the red ones, right? And even though I wasn't, I said yes. And then I ended up grabbing 3 red ones instead of trying to get the alternate colors because this person was there talking to me. Oh, we eat raw vegetables. We don't mix them together, because I made some comment about mixing them together. How could you tell? And terrible at human communication I am, despite that actually being the first and foremost necessity of what I'm doing here. YouTube commentaries and video making, and oh my gosh, cease and desist, sir. But anyway, enough story time with Kurt. I do have a lot with all these donations coming in, a lot of questions that you guys have given. So let's take a look at one, perhaps in the morning when the sun rises. That would be the thing to do. Where are some pigs? I need some pigs. This wolf! It's very high maintenance today. Alright, I do not see any pigs, so let's do the elevated hidey hole. Boop, bop. Beep. Woof. Bop. And where's the bed? Boop. and sure, the torch right there. All right, let's go to sleep, and then we'll start drilling down on some of these questions in the morning. And awkward confrontations. Well, not really confrontations. Interactions. Human interactions with strangers at the grocery store and doctor's visits. Boop. Let's see here. Let's answer a question. My favorite type of conversation is the kind where you guys don't get to talk back. I just answer your questions and you have to take them as they are given. Oh, spooky noises. Let's see. From Fora the Explorer? No. Fora asked, did you as a kid ever imagine making your own video games? Or did you ever dream up, your own video game worlds? Ooh, what is this? A ravine! A ravine in Minecraft Beta 1.8. Or 1.7.3, excuse me. Actually, it's pretty close, actually. Let's see, not really. I did always draw. There are some pigs. I drew, just like sketched quite a bit. And they always did end up taking on that kind of, you're dead. That 2D side-scrolling platformery type of art. And we had, with our old Apple IIc Plus, a dot matrix printer, and a very sad percentage of you are probably going to have no idea what that is, but it's because I'm old. But it's the printers that come with the paper that's all stuck together, and it has the dots on the side. That's not the reason it's called a dot matrix, but they're very loud. The bzzz, gong, bzzz, gong. That's the noise they made. A perfect impersonation of a dot matrix printer. Did that guy not drop any? No. So yeah, you got the boxes, the reams of paper, and they were all connected, and they were just perforated, so you could really have as long a piece of paper to draw on as you possibly could. So I would often just draw long lengths. Usually not really so much with people, but maybe cars. I would draw cars and have different loop-de-loops and jumps and explosions and crashes and lava pits to jump over and things like that. So I suppose that's as close as I could possibly get to saying I designed video games, but I really didn't think of them as video games per se. I was just drawing. So no, I never really thought up or even considered the ability. I really never, as a little kid anyway, with like Nintendo and the Atari we had, really, I didn't consider or concern myself even with how in fact video games were made. They were just they existed, and that is that. I had no idea about coding or programming or any of that thing. So they just were. So I didn't go beyond it much beyond that. So indeed, that is that. Thank you very much, Fora, for that question. From Paige, what is the strangest present you've ever been given? I don't know. Trying to think. Like if there's really strange, I don't know, to be honest. My mom doesn't watch these videos, but I hope the first one she chooses is this one. She's a strange gift giver. I get, even to this day, still a lot of toys from my mom. Like I recently got I think she searches the bargain bins, but a Yoda Christmas stocking in the middle of summer. It's a Christmas stocking, but with Yoda's face on the front and the big floppy ears and everything. That was an interesting one. But strangest present. Oh, I gotta find. I wonder if I still have that. My grandma. This might be not strange, unusual. I enjoyed it. I certainly did enjoy it. But long while ago, my grandma gave me a mouth harp. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's like a very tiny metal thing with a spring in it, and it's very commonly seen in like the old West films. It's kind of the one that goes doing, doing, that kind of noise. You put it in your mouth and you just you flick the spring, and depending on how you shape your mouth and your cheeks makes a different noise. Maybe that's how I'm able to do the... Oh, that was really actually a terrible example, but that noise was all my mouth harp experience. Woof, yes, maybe that is. Also, not a good thing to give a kid, I don't think, because they will knock their front teeth out. It's basically a little... You'll have to look it up. Look up mouth harp on the Wikipedia or wherever. But the little metal spring flaps in and out of your mouth, kind of, and if you move your teeth, you're not supposed to put it in your teeth. You're supposed to put it in your lips. But if your teeth get in the way, that's a humdinger right there. Just oh, my tooth. You know, it didn't. I don't think I ever really chipped my tooth or anything with that, but certainly at times it's very possible, and I'm sure maybe that is why a lot of these old Western hobos and ragamuffins perhaps are missing their front teeth because they are enjoying their mouth harp a bit too much. So that was, I wouldn't call that, I enjoyed that one as a kid because it was just a different gift. But no, I can't say any strange gifts or anything. I mean, like, I've never received a stuffed animal, like an actual, like, taxidermied animal or anything weird like that. No. So yeah, I'll go with those things. My mom is fairly consistent on the strange and okay gifts, but yeah. Spoilers. Spoiler spawner, probably. Let's see. So yeah, thank you, Fora and Paige, for the donations and the questions. Similarly, from J5276. When was the last time you danced in public? Public. Well, speaking of making a fool of myself in public situations, at the grocery store or at optical appointments or anything like that, dancing is something that I do not do. I do not do it because, yeah, you don't want to see me dance. I mean, I suppose I could slow dance, I suppose, at like a wedding or something like that, probably previously, but any sort of rhythmic dancing of any kind, you do not want to see. You do not want to see how this cookie crumbles. It's probably about as graceful as a burlap sack full of 2x4s rolling down an escalator. That is actually a very accurate representation. I'm very tall, I'm very lanky, my legs and arms are very, very stiff and bulky, so yes. Consider that a burlap sack full of 2x4s rolling down some escalators. Oh, man. Where's the fan art of that? But anyway, so yeah. I don't remember, probably because it's one of those memories I try to repress any time that I've danced in public. So thank you anyway for that question. I got a question from an anonymous donator. What is your fondest memory relating to food? I don't know. I mean, I've had some amazing food in the past, but I can't say I have a fond memory relating to food. I don't dislike food, but then again, I'm not really a foodie. I don't, like when I go traveling or anything, I'm not the type of person that tries to find all those diners, dive-ins, and drives, or, the local places where everybody eats. You can find, the burrito the size of your head or anything like that. So I can't say I have, like, a fond memory relating to food. Also, there haven't been really any events that I could, like a certain event or meeting a certain family member who lives far away or something like that, or somebody who's no longer around. We had a meal together or something like that. Not really. I remember. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard. I mean, it's a little bit sappy and maybe a little bit sad. But my grandpa, who's no longer with us, enjoyed pizza, and back long before I ever determined this gluten-free thing. He ordered. We had some sort of pizza for something big family thing. But I remember he and I only really liked the pizza with, what did we get? Sausage, green peppers, and onions, I think, was the combination. It's because other people didn't like green peppers and onions, or olives. There might have also been olives on there. There was something where other people didn't want it, so it was just myself and my grandpa, and it was a very good combination, and I enjoyed very thoroughly that pizza. Although perhaps it was, it wasn't even anything special pizza. It wasn't like Illuminati's or anything like that. It was just a normal pizza, but. I suppose there's a little bit of a connotation, an association with that. I suppose it's probably the best answer I could give. So yes, there we go. Thank you very much for that. That's a unique question, not one you get a lot. So let's go to sleep. And awakeness. Ooh, is that a spawner over there? What is that? It's just avoid. I suppose, speaking of food, I guess I'm organizing these questions in categorical. Is that a word? Categorically, that's a word. From Jan, with regards to eating gluten-free. See the food. Oh, here's a bunch more coal. Let's grab more coal. With regards to going gluten-free, let me sit you down, Wolfie. Hi. Let's not forget you either. Oh, it's the squids. I hear footsteps. Have you found yourself cooking more? Or just buying things labeled as gluten-free from the store? Any recipes that you'd like to share? Oh, there that goes. Oh, I thought I'd made another pick earlier, unless that was the other pick. Let's have a party. A pick-making party. And just, ooh. Cow. And just make a whole bunch. We need a pick. Boop. We need not a hoe. We need an axe. We need a sword. I mean a shovel. And yeah, I think that'll do. And perhaps some torches. Torches. Since we're getting coal, that makes sense, doesn't it? We will use the pick wastefully because we don't need to use it on the workbench, but we did. So yeah, we're blah 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 blah. Anything I'd like to share? Not really. I mean, the only reason really to buy anything labeled as gluten-free is if it's like a normally not gluten-free item, like cereal. I'm having to buy gluten-free. Because, you normally, even if it's, Rice Krispie treats, those aren't gluten-free, even though they're specifically supposed to be rice-based Krispie treats. There is a special gluten-free Rice Krispie treat. Chex, your normal Chex, except for wheat Chex, your normal Chex are actually gluten-free, and they've started actually proclaiming that on the box, which is nice. And then there's other gluten-free varieties of cereals out there. That... I do, like I mentioned earlier, the stir fry. You do have to get stir fry sauce and soy sauce, specifically gluten-free, because soy sauce in general that's the first ingredient, I believe, is wheat, or first or second ingredient in your standard soy sauce, your standard stir fry Asian sauces. So yeah, I don't really specifically. I mean, normal stuff anyway is, if I buy meat or chicken or something, obviously, unless I'm adding stuff to it, is it gluten-free? It's very simple to just search, like deli meats. I like ham sandwiches for lunch and things like that. Meat, sure, you'd normally assume wouldn't contain gluten. It's just meat, but it's still good to just check with the brand, because you don't know what they add to it. Things like caramel color, smoke flavor will sometimes be made with some sort of wheat, some sort of food starch that is wheat or has gluten contained in it. So you just want to make sure. So it's pretty simple to just say, this brand of this product, gluten-free, question mark, into Google, and somebody's already asked that question, and you can look it up and figure it out. So that's a pretty simple thing to do. So yeah, there's really no special recipes. I mean, like I said, I found myself to enjoy the corn-based spaghetti a little bit better than other gluten-free spaghetti is normally rice-based. The texture isn't there, and it ends up a little bit more not as firm as the corn-based pasta can be. So that would be a tip, I suppose. Even if you're not gluten-free, the corn pasta is actually quite good. What was the continuing of the question here that Jan asked? How has gluten-free affected you thus far? I continue to do it because it seems to be working. I still have yet to be confirmed, I know, as gluten-free, but it's the one change that I made that not instantly. It takes a while for gluten and the effects and the scarring on your intestines from the gluten to heal. So even after I went gluten-free, it was still maybe a month before I could say, and then I started to realize I haven't had any problems. It was normally at least a weekly thing to have problems in quotation marks to spare you details. So yeah, it's been working out quite well indeed. Indeed. And I did go, speaking of pizza and Illuminati's, very happy to have discovered that Illuminati's, at least some locations, do have a gluten-free pizza crust. And it's very, very good. It's very good. It's not, some pizza places will say they have gluten-free pizza, but they just normally get, like, the gluten-free pizza crust that you can get at the store. It's kind of generic. It seems like Illuminati's here in Chicago actually makes their own gluten-free pizza crust. It can't be the thick crust, unfortunately, the pan, the deep dish pizza, the standard Chicago pizza, but it's still very good, still the same toppings, and the tomato sauce and the sausage that they use is very specific. And so I did a couple weeks ago enjoy, for the first time in many, many years, a Illuminati's pizza, and had no problems with it afterwards. Oh, pigs! We need some treats for Wolfie. Excuse me. You there are about to have a bad day. Bad day for you. Go get him, Wolfie. No, the pig. The pig! Go get the pig! It's over here. Woof. Oh my gosh, you didn't pay attention to what I just did. Get it! Whoa, submarine. Shark Wolfie. Oh, dang it. Now I'm gonna have to, go to the bottom of the ocean to get these. Oh, got him. I heard two pops. Woof! So yeah, I think that answers your question, right? It's been going well. I mean, there are some times where family members or whatever have gone out to eat, and the place I look it up and I'm like, I don't think I can eat there, guys. Sorry, I'll sit it out. But it's a surprising amount of places that if they don't have like a gluten-free menu, at least they're somewhat knowledgeable. A little bit, at least, and if you do your research beforehand, I'm definitely going to have to do that before, say, PAX in Seattle, and being a big city, I'm assuming Seattle has quite a few restaurants, and they should be fairly open to be knowledgeable that there are gluten-free people out there that perhaps a little bit easier to be accommodated. We'll see. There's that in Orlando that I'll have to do a little bit of research beforehand so I can actually check out places and put those on the tops of my list to say, yes, this place might probably be okay for me. So yeah. Indeed. Gluten. Woo! From Max. This is a question I've answered many times before. Favorite genre of music, or a bit more narrowed, favorite music band or bands? I tend to go towards the rock side of things. Growing up in the 90s, I suppose what you would call alternative rock. I currently enjoy Sigur Rós. I used to listen to a lot of, say, your Nirvana, your Pearl Jam, your Radiohead. Still like Radiohead and stuff like that. Other new ones I've mentioned from Wolfie Tunes before. I mentioned the new Sigur Rós album that came out recently, and also what's her name? Saint Vincent was a new thing that I've been a fan of her music. So yeah, all around, that's kind of the trend, I suppose you could say, is into the rock genre of things. Indeed. Let's see. From Connor, do you have anything that helps you wind down before bed? Hey now, everybody calm down. Be reasonable. Get your minds out of the gutters. Not really anything specific. I am generally on the internet up until I end up going to bed. Probably either setting things up to start uploading, or I could use another one. Browsing Tumblr or watching other people's videos that I might have missed throughout the day. So no, I don't really have I suppose that is my schedule, but I don't really have a very... Whoa! That was weird. It looked like Wolfie turned into the pig. That was crazy. So nothing, I don't have like a series of things that I must do, or stuff like that. So not really. Maybe I should. I mean, one of the things I make sure of is I do not have a computer or a TV in my bedroom. The bedroom exists for sleeping, and when you start introducing, or I've heard anyway, when you start introducing a television or computers or other things into the bedroom, that it actually, your body starts to... Wolfie, yes, no, over, yes, right there. Your body starts to associate those things instead of sleeping, and then it's hard to get restful night's sleep because of that. So yeah, that's the only thing, I suppose, special that I suppose I do for sleeping, but not too much beyond that. I mean, my normal routine is, okay, I decide I should probably go to bed now. I've been on the computer too long. I get up, I brush my teeth, woof, take out my contacts, and then just hop into bed, and that's about it. Indeed. Woof. Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right, let's make the beds for the next episode. Speaking of beds and going to sleep, a perfect ending question for this episode. Thank you once again. I'm always surprised to be checking the totals on the Child's Play charity fundraiser and finding we're up another percent even for this episode, 42%. I do appreciate it. It's a very good cause, and I am looking forward to the continued support and continued fun here for Our Lands Are Bust. I think I got everything set here. Indeed. So, thank you very much. All these questions, all the donations, and all your support. My name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time.